أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So let's continue on with the 10th of Dhul Hijjah. So on what we are supposed to be doing right now is to do the tawaful, is to be doing the tawaful ifada, right? And keep in mind that we are doing the Hajj tamattu. So on the 10th, 11th or 12th day, so you have option of doing your Hajj Tamattu on either, of doing your Tawaful Ifada on one of these 3 days. So you need to leave for Makkah to perform the Tawaful Ifada, followed by a Sa'i. Okay. So the Tawaful Ifada can be done anytime up to the Maghrib time of the 12th of Dhul Hijjah. The procedure is exactly the same for the Umrah. You enter the masjid with your right foot. You recite the dua for entering the masjid. Ihram is not required because you have finished the Rami at the Aqaba. And then you have your sacrifices done, and then you cut your hair. So you are relieved out of the restrictions of ihram, except for marital intimacy and entering into marriage contracts. So you can take a ghusl, put on fresh clothes. You are allowed to use perfume products. Men can put on perfume, etc. And then you can comb your hair. And you go to Makkah to do your tawaful ifada. And this tawaf of ifada can be done either on the 10th day, and if you think that it's going to be too crowded on the 10th day, it can be done on the 11th day or also in the 12th day. But till you are done with it, your restrictions of tawaf al-ifada is not relieved. And if you are expecting to get your menses soon, then you need to finish your tawaful ifada and your sa'i as soon as possible. Okay, so do not postpone it. Try to do it on the 10th day. It's going to be crowded, so because all the millions of people are going to be going to do the tawaful ifada, because everybody wants to finish the rites of Hajj. So downstairs might be very crowded, so it is probably better for you to do at the upstairs. It's going to be air conditioned upstairs, so it's going to be much better, cooler. The floor is also air conditioned, so it'll be easier for you. Of course, the rounds are longer, but at least you can do it in peace. You're not going to be like claustrophobic and overcrowded, etc. So you can do it more leisurely. Okay. So this process is the same. You have to do first your tawaf. You're starting at the Hajar al-Aswad, and you go anti-clockwise direction, do the rounds for 7 times between the Rukn Yamani and the Hajar al-Aswad. You recite the dua, رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. And other than that, during the rest of the tawaf, you can recite any surahs you've memorized. You can do any dua in your own language, even dhikr. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ask a lot of dua in your own, cry to him, beg for forgiveness, etc. Okay, so once the 7 circuits are done, you do the 2 rakahs anywhere behind the Maqam Ibrahim, or it could be done in any place in the masjid. In the first rakah, you do Surah Fatiha and recite Surah Al-Kafirun. And in the second rakah, you do Surah Fatiha and then you recite Surah Al-Ikhlas. You drink Zamzam water, you make dua, and then you go towards performing your sa'i. Sa'i, of course, you are starting it at Safa. You have to go to the top of Safa, make your dua, etc. And then you come down Safa, walk towards Marwa. Between the 2 green lights, the men have to walk briskly or run, climb Marwa, and at the top, again, you're making dua. So this is 1 lap. Then Marwa to Safa is the 2nd lap, and so on and so forth. And you will finish your 7 laps at Marwa. Okay. So upon completion of the sa'i, all the restrictions of ihram are now lifted, and you can leave the Masjid al-Haram with the left foot, reciting the dua of leaving the masjid. If in the middle of doing your tawaf or your sa'i, it is time for fard salah, then you stop your tawaf at all your sa'i, make sure you finish the particular lap or round that you are doing, and then go to the side, pray your salah, and then continue on. If you had to stop in the middle of a round or the middle of a lap of sa'i, then you have to redo that particular round. If there is too much of gap between, in your tawaf, the break, like 1 to 2 hours, then some scholars say that you can resume. Some scholars say that you have to go back to the beginning. Okay. So you have to go now. Once you exit the haram, you go back to Mina. Of course, if you have access to your hotel room in Makkah, you can go take a ghusl there. If you want to, you can rest for some time, and then you head back to Mina. You have to make sure that you are back in Mina before sunset, because if you are not, then you might have to give a fidya. Okay. So you return to your camp in Mina. And that would be, that's what, and in Mina, what do? You do a lot of dua, you can do extra salah, you can pray, make a lot of dua and dhikr, etc. Basically be in ibadah, less talking to people. Yeah, okay.